Welcome to Deer Season 21. This marks a new chapter for Drury Outdoors. For the past 33 years, we've come to you with VHS, DVDs, television, and of course, social media. Now, this fall, we're starting a semi-live series called Deer Season 21. This is the first installment within Deer Season 21. We're gonna bring you this one, and then we're not going to stop throughout the entire fall, so get ready. This first installment is near and dear to my heart. It's my son-in-law, Austin Land. He grew up in the mountains in Northeast Utah. In fact, his dad said the only time he came out of the mountains is when he met Taylor. Well, he and his brother Colton are going on a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. They've grown up guiding on this 240,000 acre ranch their entire lives, but they've never been allowed to hunt there. It was only through the graciousness of a dear friend by the name of Wes Stedman that Austin got this opportunity. He's got a week to do it, and he's on a giant that he's been scouting all summer. Summer scouting is one thing. You get into the hunt, and all of a sudden, the wheels start to come off the bus, as they say. Enjoy this first installment of Deer Season 21. Austin Land getting it done. Rough, raw, in the moment. He and Colton are not producers, they're guides, but just wait till you see all the encounters they have with this giant 200-inch deer in the mountains of northeastern Utah.
Hey guys, welcome to Deer Season 21. I've been guiding on this property for the last 10 years, born and raised on this property because my dad started back in 1991, and I've always dreamt of hunting mule deer with my bow on this place. I have a great buddy by the name of Wes Stedman who allowed me the opportunity to make it happen. And so you guys know, me and Colton, we're guides, you know, we're not producers or anything, and this was tough. I mean, we were in some thick stuff. We did the best we could, and like I said, we're guides, so we apologize if it's not the most pristine video you were looking for, but this is raw and this is how it happened, and we did the best we could, so we hope you guys enjoy. So here we are. We have about a month until the season starts, and scouting is full bore. We're going through, we're hitting all my favorite spots, trying to figure out which buck we're gonna target. We looked over numerous bucks, and you guys will see all these videos. Check out all these awesome velvet bucks. On July 31st, our gears had changed. We found this buck, we had some extras, he had cool eye guards, he was just a great looking buck, and he lived up on the mountain, which is my favorite place to hunt. So after about 3 weeks of watching this buck, he started out, don't get me wrong, he was a beautiful deer, but what he finished out to be was absolutely incredible, and I had no clue I was going to have an opportunity to hunt a buck like this. After going through my camera roll early August, I looked back and I had about 80 plus videos of this one particular buck, and I knew he was my target. Day one was slow, but at the very end we knew the storm was blowing in, the clouds were rolling over the hill. We actually decided to pick up, we're heading back to camp, and who's standing just up off the road but our target buck gearhead. So we quickly made a plan, knowing that storm was coming through. We made a great quick stalk. Storm got worse and worse, and as you can see, this wind's blowing, the clouds are rolling over the hill, the rain's starting to hit the lens of the camera. So we decided, hey, we gotta go, we gotta push a little bit closer. Stay right on. We get to about 38 yards, we range him, I'm rolling my sight, And when I look up, as lightning is crashing, the wind starts blowing everywhere, that buck ends up in our lap.
We were actually driving back, heading back, and saw him off the road. So we put a quick plan together, knowing the storm was coming. And me and Colton got right in on him and had him at 55 yards forever, feeding on top, and just was going to wait till they came up the hill. If you recall, if you go back to that guy in the park a couple of years ago, almost the same situation happened. The buck just came right in on us. Storm blew in and lightning started going, and it spooked him, and he ran right on top of us, and now we got to get the heck out of here. So close, tough luck. Oh well, good stalks. You too, man.
There was nothing we could do, and we were walking up. We were trying to we needed 5 more steps to get to this aspen line, and we got caught right in the middle open. I guess Mother Nature just didn't want to make it that easy on us. The cool thing about these deer is most of the time they're on a pattern, so you can be able to hunt them right where they summer. Their summer range is typically their early fall, September, October range as well. And so we thought we had his pattern down. And day 2 rolls around and we have 0 sightings of the buck. He's been in this big open country. There's no way we shouldn't be able to see him. So our hopes are actually kind of going down. We don't know, did we spook him that bad? Is he gonna come back? Where did he go? And so after a long day of glassing, never going back to camp, trying to find him, right at last light, we caught 2 of the bucks that he typically runs with going up over the top into a canyon that is just littered with aspens and maples, and we knew we were about to have our work cut out for us. So as day 3 rolls around, I'm not fully giving up that buck's living in his home range of his summer area where he lived. But watching his buddies go up over into that other canyon, I sent Wes to go on the other side to see maybe he is over there. And about 7:50 in the morning, I got one of the greatest phone calls ever. I got him. So once Wes got him, we went over around and tried to figure out where this buck was, and he immediately went into a huge wall of aspens. Knowing that he's probably gonna live in those aspens the rest of the summer, being a smart old buck, our only options were we gotta get close, just get in the trees with him and hope that he makes the mistake.
We found the buck this morning. We watched him feed for about an hour or so. And we're just waiting for him to stand up. We got water behind us and water around this hill. So we're hoping they're going to go to either one. And we have to sneak on either side. So, or they can walk up to us. Either way, that's tempting. According to Onyx, we're close.
After about 5.5 hours of sitting in the aspens waiting for the bucks to move, they finally started popping up one by one, coming out of the trees. We start creeping down where the bucks were going. We can't see them, We're glassing step by step, trying to pick up antlers before they pick us up. And we finally get to where we think they should be, and maybe 30 seconds go by, and I hear my brother behind me say, "Don't move, there he is." And the deer is standing at 7 steps in the aspens with us. We snuck into the same trees that they snuck into. Another 2 hours go by as we're creeping up on these deer. We get into another 45 yards. They're in the trees. We think this is it. I actually turned to my brother and said, hey, we're about to kill this deer, be ready. After about, like I said, about 2 hours we're going in there, then they do what mule deer always do and they walk straight away from us. At that point, spotters then picked him up again. In Utah, it's legal to use radios, so we have the spotters up on top with a radio, Taylor, Wes, and Austin, and me and Colton are down in the trees with the deer. They let us know they're going south, so we looped way around, and it was just kind of a cat and mouse. They now got out into a little bit of an opening, and you'll see they get up on top in the sage, and we just sat there and looped and looped and looped, and we had multiple opportunities under 50 yards with these deer, but the brush and everything is just so thick and so tall up on that mountain. A shot was never presented, and I actually lost a little bit of patience. I tried to push it just a touch. That was the end of day 3.
Well, it didn't work out as planned. They went out of sight down into the bottom, so we looped around thinking they were kind of gonna come up, and we were a second too late, and we just played cat and mouse going along the ridge here, and finally got a break to where we could cut the distance out in the meadow. And I got to about 50 yards, but all I could see was the top of their back and antlers, and they were all mixed together, so no shot. Came up here and kind of blew them off the top. So looks like the deer are Vinny.
The results are in.
DeerCast said it was supposed to be a great night.
Well, here you go.
DeerCast said great.
It doesn't exist anywhere else but in DeerCast.
Hunters love DeerCast's exclusive deer movement forecast. Get ahead of your game with DeerCast.
So after 3 days of hunting this buck, we've been within under 100 yards at least 10 times and within archery range at least 5. All right, here we are, day 4, and we're picking up, the sun's starting to light up the hillside, we're picking up some deer, and we're picking up all his buddies. There's one in particular, there's a 4-point with a kicker out his right side. He is literally with him every single time we have seen this deer. All summer, all year last year, this is his buddy, so we know he's close. But about 9 o'clock, guess who comes up over the hill? We got Gearhead again, and he's working his way back to the same exact set of trees he was in yesterday, but this time he's only with 2 other bucks. We've only been there for about a half hour, and Wes calls on the radio and says, hey, he's up and moving. I can't tell which way he's going. I can just see deer moving around in the trees. And we knew the wind was blowing pretty good that day. We knew if that buck was up on his feet, feeding, making noise himself, the wind was blowing the leaves, we could get close.
So we got into about 32 yards of that buck. We had the other bucks at like 26 and 28, but never got a shot on that big deer.
Knowing we weren't going to get a shot opportunity, we backed out and we sat back out again about 75 yards waiting for those deer, hoping they were going to go back in the open like they did the day before. After 6 hours, the bucks finally stood up, but they're going directly away from us. So we go to try and get out in front of them. We're kind of working our wind. As we go another 10 yards, we pick up his antlers in the trees, and it's cat and mouse game on again. So once we're in there, we have this buck, we're 42 yards. So we try and slide and grab a little elevation to see if we can get through the brush. The bucks take a step, we take two. The bucks take a step, we take two. As they came out of their bedding trees and into some of the thinner aspens, we were on top. We just got to get a little more elevation and we're going to get a shot off. Here's our shot. He's going back to the thick stuff. I told Colton, I said, just get on him as good as you can. This is gonna be our only opportunity at this buck of a lifetime. I'm not gonna let it slip.
I thought some of it. I had him in the frame. That's all right. I'm pretty sure I just shot him right through the heart, boys.
I saw blood instantly.
I just focused on the body.
Talk about a hunt, see?
Yeah, dude.
We had to work our freaking butts off. Cat and mouse, back and forth. What was that like? Stock 8 on that deer just because all the little stalks rebedded.
All right, we are so pumped right now, coming from you live in Utah. Mickles and I and Wes have been watching from afar. Now we couldn't see what exactly happened because this deer has been in some really, really thick maple trees. But Austin came in on the radio and just said, bingo, there's an arrow in him and the blood looks red, bright, bubbly.
We're pumped. We're pumped for Aust.
Heck yeah.
We're excited and we can't wait to cruise over there and go check them out.
Here we go. I'm gonna jump back on once we get to the buck. Woo!
Let's go.
Yeah, buddy.
Oh, and we just torched him. Oh.
Yeah, buddy.
Look at that frickin' mule there, right there. We found this buck. I was actually with good friends Erica and Spencer Geary, and due to the fact that he had this kind of going on and this deal, I just decided I named him Gearhead.
and we just killed ourselves an absolute giant bow madness style, baby. Heck yeah. This is a ranch me and Sealand have grown up on. My dad ran it basically our whole lives, and we've been able to watch other people shoot mule deer each year, and it was just surreal. I don't even feel like it's real life right now that me and C just got done chasing mule deer up here. Holy crap. 2021, a male mule deer. What an incredible moment. And you guys are gonna see by this reaction, we were excited. We put in so much effort. Me and my brother love mule deer hunting. It's our true passion in life. We couldn't go a fall without doing it. And for him to be with me, again, I apologize for a little bit of a tight window of the video there, but with the opportunity at hand and the buck of a lifetime standing in front of me, I just couldn't resist making that shot. And sorry, Mark, I know I should have been a little more patient for you, buddy. It was just, the memories will last forever. Having my wife and my good buddies up on the hill and my brother right behind me. I mean, you'll see, the emotions were high, and what an amazing feeling it was. Thanks, love. How cool is that?
So cool.
Now you're up next. We guess we'll be chasing
We're
some
celebrating this first.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
Epic.
We did it. Hey, I got him good too, bud. Awesome. Love you guys too. We'll talk to you later. Let the celebration begin. I can't thank my good buddy Wes Stedman enough for allowing me to make a dream come true like this. This is literally memories that are going to last forever, and to do it with family and friends, there's not words that can explain the feeling that I have about this. Killing a monster buck, I mean, 201 inches of velvet antler. You can't dream up anything better than that.
Congratulations, Austin. 201 and 1/8. I'm so proud for you and so happy for you. Awesome start to deer season 21, but we're just getting started. We're working hard on the farm, and the next installment of deer season 21, we're gonna lay out that hit list. We've got some giants on camera. We can't wait to show you some of our summer plans. Also, Wade and Brandon are up in Canada right now. Who knows what they're gonna get done up there with Corey Jarvis. Just stay tuned, buckle up, because deer season 21 is gonna be a phenomenal ride.
We're adding new videos every week, so make sure to click that subscribe button and check out all of our amazing content. This episode of DoD TV is brought to you by MOTV. Head on over to the MOTV app for this full episode of 13 and all of Season 7 today.